Hello, buddy. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's topic is stranger danger. Stranger danger. And for those of you that haven't seen my videos, go to roberthollis.com/free and you can get the best-selling book, How Is That Working? So we'll get started here just in a little bit. There's Bill Shoemaker. Thank you very much. Hello, my lovely wife. Hi, Craig. Hi, Vernie. Looking forward to sharing this with you guys. Gonna add on to the one that was on yesterday. It's like the winning conversations. And so, hi, Pat. Hi, Dustin. Great to have you guys on here. Hi, John, Angela. Hey, Kai. How are you? Thank you for the post today. Hey, Craig. How are you doing? Sure love doing these videos. Hi, Lisa. Nice to have you on here. Nice to see you again. And we're already in a minute in, and so I'm going to get started. So, hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's topic is stranger danger. Stranger danger. Now, it's funny that when you really think about all the programming we have to go through, there's a number of things I want to say at the beginning. Is when I started hanging out with really successful people, virtually every single thing that I thought and believed was almost the exact opposite. The exact opposite. So we hear stuff like, money doesn't buy happiness. We hear stuff like, you need money to make money. We hear about all these things, you got to get a great education and good grades and go to college and get degrees. And from there you can get a good job. And then all of a sudden everything's going to be great. It's like we hear all these things and then we find out later some of those things are not true. So there is a quote that I am known for is that if what you know that you know that you know isn't so, when would you like to know? And so, most people say right now, tell me right now. But then when you tell them the truth, they're not interested. So hi, Jermaine. Hi, Matthew. Jim, Melody, I love you. Hi, Donna. Hi, Javi. Hi, Jillian. And so here's what I'm going to do. One of the things is I'm going to post something under here so I just don't forget. But this is actually a link to my YouTube channel, but it's going to bring up a bunch of videos that I talk about as far as creating friends. Now, before I get to here, how many of you did have the programming stranger danger? Stranger danger. So here I am. I'm an introvert. Somebody reached out to me yesterday. I think it was Ken. And he said, what is an introvert? And an introvert and an extrovert. Introvert is someone that's shy. A person that's shy that, if they went to a gathering of people, they probably would be off in their own little place, usually with another introvert. But they're not social butterflies. Introverts are to themselves, and a lot of times they're technical. They're analytical, and so what they do is they stay to themselves. They're homebodies, and so what would be an extrovert is everything the opposite of what I just said. They're always going out. They can walk up and talk to a total stranger. In fact, my wife, I always tell my wife, she's amazing. Man, she'll compliment someone, I love your hair, I love that shirt, I love that blouse, I like those shoes. My wife will talk to anybody, and it's pretty amazing. And I've gotten better over the years. But let's cover a quick topic so every one of you understand this. One thing that you will realize that comes with being a business owner, not self-employed, but a business owner has a lot of people responsible for their income. All right? So I want you to think a little bit. Like what Terry and I right now currently, I think we just went over 34,000. So I know you guys watch my videos all the time. Some of you, and if it's like, I think it was in May it was like 19,000, so now it's 34,000. And it's pretty neat to watch my entire organization just continue to grow and grow. And so I logged in really quickly here so you guys can see. And again, Craig, you don't have to post income disclosure here. But you see almost 10,000 customers, 24,717 affiliates, 7,613 on subscriptions. And you can see that, we got 2 more paydays and we'll be over 4 million and been involved in the company for 4 years. So if you want freedom, if you want flexibility, with that flexibility and freedom comes a lot of fun, because you can do what you want to when you want to with the people that you love. And so, I bought into this concept 35 years ago. And so I knew I had to build a group of people that were responsible for Terry and I's income. All right. So if you see people like myself, and you would like that kind of lifestyle, then you got to figure out how you can contact a lot of people that you don't know. So, hey, I would like to go here. So if we said, hey, listen, I'd like to drive from where I am right now to Orange County, California. I'd like to go to Newport Beach or Laguna Beach, right? There's actions that you got to take to get there. Whether it's getting an airplane ticket, whether it's getting on a train, whether it's getting on a bus, whether it's walking, whether it's getting on a bike or getting in a car, you got to plan it out to get to your destination. And so when I was showing this, and again, a lot of circles, I see Craig on here. Craig, if you'd like, please post the $5,000. So when I ask people, hey, listen, I can show you how to make $5,000. It's very, very easy to make $5,000. And right away they go, really? And I'm going, yeah, because my daily choice is not only a massive momentum, but we have over 900 products and 11 brands that people are purchasing anyway. So if they can get premium quality products from us that you can't get in a store or online, then, I'd like you to do me a huge favor, create an account for free, and then basically look through and try some of our, products and services. Most of them have a 60-day money-back guarantee. And so, I'm looking for people that would like to make extra money, or they would like to double their income, or they would like to replace their income. And that's what I would love you to do. So get with the person that invited you to this video and very simply say, hey, listen, I want to create a free account. Check out this free marketing system. Check out this free training. Check out that free app that he's got there. So now when you talk about what I titled this is stranger danger, now you got to think of, hey, okay, how am I going to find people that are not only needing to make extra money, but really important, they're willing to do something about it, okay? Here's a sad, sad fact in our world, very sad fact, is most people in the world need to make extra money. But 95% of them will not do what it takes to make extra money. And it's easy. It's simple. Being successful in the world is simple because no one else is trying. But there is this uncomfortable part. So, I don't want to be like your parents or your grandparents and say, because 35 years when I got into this, they were saying, listen, instead of stranger danger, it was saying, listen, if anyone's within a slapping distance, if anyone's within slapping distance, you need to talk to them. And, if anyone's within, slide this underneath their nose. And if it fogs up, they're a candidate, okay? And I was going like, okay, we had no internet. We had no cell phones. And so I had to go out face to face and talk to strangers. Are you guys hearing me? I had to go out. Thank you, Angela. 3-foot rule. I had to go out and talk to people face to face. Now, the difference with me is I was not only desperate, didn't have electricity, was losing everything, about, being kicked out of my apartment. If the repo guy could have found my car, it's gone. So I was motivated. And so I went out and talked to strangers. Was it difficult? Yes, it was. Because it was all in my head. What would they think? What are they going to ask? What do I got to know? And so I would ask each and every one of you, now that we have social media with billions of people on it, billions of people, it allows us to be able to go out there and talk to people that we don't know. Some of the most successful people that I know in this industry says I have friends, families, and people that are not my friends yet. Did you see how they changed that in their head? See, they don't call it cold market. They don't call them strangers. They say, listen, there's people out there that I need to introduce myself to, right? And so these might be people on social media that have sent you a friend request. So you would really simply just reach out to them and say, hey, Angela, I see that you sent me a friend request. I hope this message finds you and yours blessed and happy and safe during these uncertain times. That's it. So there's friends that you have on Facebook and social media that you've never connected with and never sent a message to. All right? Then there's people that are following you. You know what I mean? And by the way, if you want, I have I think 40,000 plus people in our Facebook group. We got, I think I got 165,000 people that are on my my business page. That's facebook.com/Robert Hollis, SR Senior. And then I got 33,000 followers on my personal page. I'll never ever run out of people to reach out and say, hey, yes, hey, listen, then if you're not my friend yet, I'll delete some people. Send me a private message. Do not send me a friend request because I get so many of them. But send me a private message, and Danielle, I'll make you a friend. So now, see how easy it is to make a friend? So now there's other ways on social media to do this, all right? One way is to advertise. See, people are looking for shortcuts. I wouldn't do that. But see, some people got it where I want to buy leads or I want to advertise. It's just like the best of the best of the best know how to do that. And that would go against what I know how to do because I usually meet people that don't have any money. So it's not duplicatable. Whatever you do, if it doesn't duplicate, you'll never build a big group. So say someone find your advertisement, right? If they find your advertisement and you're able to talk to them and they get involved in the business, then they think the only way to do this business is through the advertise. So it's just, it costs money. It's not easy. My Matthew and myself, I probably have spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising when we were building a brand. And not easy. Not easy at all right? And definitely not duplicatable, right? So then I put down here another thing. A lot of people talk about attraction marketing, all right? So this is people that are out there that are building a brand. They're doing daily videos, sometimes more, and they're doing them on all the social media. And they're just doing all this stuff. That's not easy. And that sure in the hell is not duplicatable. So how many of you have tried to build a brand on your social media page and you do a video or you do a nice post or you do something, maybe you've never done a video, and people ask me all the time, well, I don't know what to share. Well, I don't remember when I joined Facebook, probably 2009, 2010. So I got, what is that, 12 years? 12 years of posts on my social media on Facebook that you guys can copy and steal and duplicate. You can't steal if I tell you you can have it. So just follow me. You know what I mean? Just follow me. Take my post and do that. Now, a lot of people teach this attraction marketing. Man, that is a long haul game. That is a long haul game. So a lot of people go, well, see, the one thing that's really unique about marketing, right, is marketing finds a pain point. Find something that people have a lot of pain with, and then sell your stuff. Sell your stuff. So tell me if you haven't heard of this advertisement on social media. Do you not want to talk to your friends? Do you not want to talk to your family? Are you tired of reaching out to total strangers and not getting any results? Pay me money and I'll show you how to build a brand. I'll show you how to post. I'll show you how to do videos. I'll show you how to do valuable content and maybe a lot of meditation and prayer. And all these people are going to come out of the woodworks and be attracted to you. Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I am saying there's not a lot of people that are going to do a video. Hey, everybody, this is Robert Hollis. Hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. Oh, there's a lot of people that if they did a video, people would probably be repelled by the video because they would see lack of enthusiasm, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-esteem. And we're supposed to attract people, right? So, get people that don't have those skills and get them to do something so I know that none of you have done this. I've talked to a number of people, but, so you do a post and no likes, no comments, no shares. So your audience on social media, pretty much non-existent. And they're telling you if you just start doing it, that all of a sudden these people will be attracted to you. Okay? So some people do that and they sell things. They sell things. They sell things, courses and books and coaching. Jonathan said it. They sell all this stuff to teach you how to do it. All right. Okay. That's another concept, not duplicatable to the 95% that are non-sales types. All right. So here's another thing that you do is you learn to communicate with strangers. Is it uncomfortable? Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Are you constantly overthinking? Yeah, you do that as well. Are you worried about rejection? Yeah. Or are you worried about what people think about you? Yes. So what if you don't? So the thing that I would love you to do is I used to teach this without social media, is I was teaching people get used to introducing to yourself to people that you don't know and then asking them a simple question. Could you help me? So if you're at a grocery store, you're at a gas station, anywhere you're around people, don't do it for business yet. Hear me? Don't do it for business yet. What you would do is reach out to people and say, hi, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. And I would leave the whole thing. Hi, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. I'd really appreciate it. I'm looking for a good restaurant in your area. Now, see, you'd have to do that with local people, right? So if I see someone at a gas station and I said, hi, and they're like, oh my God, could you do me a huge favor? I'm always looking for new restaurants Do you and your significant other or spouse have a restaurant that you like? Watch people light up. It's just like asking for directions. And you got to get good on social media of being able to reach out. I do it on pages. That's why I sent you guys that link that says friends. So I'll go out and first fill out my Facebook profile, complete my Facebook profile. What are my favorite books? What are my favorite movies? What are my favorite music? What are my hobbies? What do I like to do? And when I really get to think about that, maybe if I'm not doing some of those things, martial arts, MMA, NASCAR, if I'm marketing, entrepreneurship, personal development, and I'm going to write down the stuff that I love, and then I'm going to find pages that fit those categories. All right? And when I find pages that fit those categories, now I have something in common. That, one of the favorite topics that I've talked up forever is, wow, when did you discover The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, written in 1910? You see, it's like I want to find something and pages that I have in common. And then what I do is I look at them every day. Jay Shetty, there's some positive people out there, people that I admire. And I'll go out on their page, and what I'll do is I'll read their posts, watch their videos, look at whatever they're saying, and I will leave a heartfelt message. Now, if you've never communicated before, this is not easy. But I'm not just going to hit a heart, and I'm not going to just hit a thumbs up. I'm going to actually see what it says, then I'm going to feel that, and then I'm going to leave a heartfelt message. Thank you for being a blessing and sharing. This really inspired me. Thank you. Something that most people will not do. Then I'll go through the chain and I'll find, the thread of comments, and I will find other people that have left heartfelt comments. And I'll click on their profile and I'll look at it and say, how's that feel? And if it feels good, then I'm going to go back and leave a heartfelt comment underneath that heartfelt comment. And this is how I'm going to reach out to find people that I know that are already mentally, in my mind, not average. Now, not that I'm judging people, but I do know, according to the census in the IRS, that, a majority of the people don't want to do anything. I thought that I seen a funny post today. It says, why be a pessimist? It doesn't work. That's a crack up. But you gotta find people, and you gotta learn this skill of connecting with people on social media instead of just doing the copy paste crap that doesn't work. So I put in here, some friends, you know what I mean? Let me copy that again because I know it's there. But if you went to my YouTube channel and you click on, you're going to see my wife and I in one of the videos. Thank you, sweetheart, for helping me. But you got to do something on a day-to-day basis to connect with people that you don't know. Because the goal is to build an organization. And why I asked Craig to plug into that, that 5,000 is that if you need to make 5,000 now, there's $4,100 bonus for hitting 25K. You know what I mean? So I would take my calculator, really easy, and I'd say 25K. Well, if an average person did 90 in volume, I would divide that by 90. And that's 277 people that I got to find. 277 people. Now, two ways of doing that. I could do all 277 myself, or I could find people that want to supplement, double, or replace their income. So it's neat to find someone that, shattered our record, Terry and I's record. She went to 100K in 22 days. Now, if you go back and look in your back office at MDC, and for those of you, get back with the person that showed you this video, and you'll see how many people that she actually personally enrolled. Now, Terry and I, in our first month, brought in 81 people. 81 people did, I think, 41,000 in volume. All right, you listening to that? And Stanisha Graham brought in 94. So is 94 bigger than 81? Yes. So if she did that in a calendar month, then she outperformed us. And that's what's amazing. You know what I mean? So, I'm not saying that all of you need to do this in 30 days. In fact, you can take all the time that you want to do it. See, I still don't. I look at the mirror and don't know how to get the hair out of my face. I go the opposite direction. You guys are going, wow, this guy, anyone can figure out how to do it the right way. I don't know. It's difficult for me. But that's the video. So you got to go, I hate my lifestyle. I don't like the way I'm living. Then I got to learn to do something different so that I can be different, so that I can have a different lifestyle. Just that simple. So it wasn't comfortable for me as an introvert, as somebody that was didn't have a lot of self-esteem. Didn't feel like I was enough. Didn't feel like I was deserving. Wasn't good at asking for help. All the stuff that I was told that you shouldn't do. You know what I mean? Don't cry. I'll give you something to cry about. And so there's all these things that I had in my programming that I wanted, not needed. I wanted to be different. I wanted a better lifestyle. I wanted to not have to work for anybody else. So I knew the lifestyles that other people had created in this industry and people that I was working with directly. So I went, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And all Terry and I did is dreamt. We really, really dreamed a lot. And then I needed to put people in. I needed to do the things. I needed to connect. I needed to, ask them to do me a huge favor. And I needed to get as many people as I possibly could in front of the message. To find the ones that were interested, that would create an account and then continue to see the videos to make a decision. There it is. So I wanted to put stranger danger, and I know that probably Craig already put the communications video in that we did yesterday. So it's called Winning Conversations. And so, I wanted to do stranger danger because there's a lot of people that have been reaching out to me and saying, what do you, how do you contact, or what do you say to people that you don't know? And it's like, again, you're overthinking, right? When I see a friend or a family member, I say, hey, hi. It's amazing. It's amazing. When I see a stranger, I like, oh, hi. Oh my God. It's like, how do you approach people? You reach out to them. You reach out to them. Oh my God, what if it does work? Yeah, but what if it does work? But what if it does work? What if you really, really believe in all your heart and your faith that it'll work? You go out and do it, and it works. So you can get 277, or you can find a Stanisha Graham, and Stanisha Graham will jump in, or a Candice Burr Davis, or a Tomas Adam, or an Aaron Parker, and they'll jump in and they'll just bring in a couple of thousand. It works pretty good. And with this compensation plan, you could bring in one person that brought in the 277, and you would get half of that pay. So you get the check matching, you'd get all of that. Can you imagine check matching Terry and I, 30%? See, there's people out there looking for a home. So I love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life and be fulfilled and happy, let us give it to you. That's what my mentors did to me. And again, do me a huge personal favor and share this with people. You've seen how I shared it and asked people if they'll get back with the person that shared it with them and ask for the video and the affiliate and the free link to create an account. I love you. See you on the next video, and bye for now.